Hey guys, Pastor Jim here at Southwest Homestead, hanging out in the garden here a little bit today and dealing with well issues. So we've kind of had an ongoing thing with the well the last few days. Started about 4 days ago. You get up in the morning and there's no water. So I was heading into work and couldn't really deal with it. Fortunately, we keep backup water around, at least some. I'm half in the shade, half in the sun. Let's see if this works. We'll try that. Hanging out by the jujube. So finally, then I get home from work at, I don't know, 11 o'clock or something. It was a crazy late night with a lot of stuff going on. Called the well master because we're on a shared well. We share it. It's between 4 properties, but we've got 2 of them. Here on our lot is actually 2 lots. So we have half of the shares. The guy that owns the lot right next door that's for sale, he is the well master. So I called him and so he could deal with it. Had the guys come out, couldn't find anything. It mysteriously started working through the day, so there was water. When my wife and the kids were here, get home, or she called me late in the evening, because she had some of the other cousins over and stuff, so there's a bunch of kids here, and no water again. It's like, great, lovely. So I get home, it was like 11 o'clock or something like that, to go out there and diagnose it. The big holding tank, it's full. Like, all right, there's water. I go through checking all the valves. Because this place has been up for sale, we've had a lot of people in and out for a while. It's like, well, maybe somebody messed with the valve. The line comes in and then to our property, and it splits off into 2 main lines. So the shut-off valves for each one of those. One of them kind of does the shop and all the yard stuff, and the other one basically just goes for the house. So you can isolate it and turn off either one. So I go through, check all that, because in the house there's nothing, no water at all coming out. Some of the lower faucets outside had water, but it's really low pressure. Some of them, the faucets are up like 4 feet off the ground because we put those spigots right where you would use them. Over by the barbecue area, patio stuff, I put in a spigot up about 4 feet off the ground. That way it's a comfortable height. You don't have to be bending over every time you're splashing your hands off or something while you're cooking outside. Doesn't work so great. So we did that. I checked them all. Oh, I seriously need to get a new selfie stick. My arm's dying like this. Blah. All right, let me try that. Not let the girls use the selfie sticks anymore. So then I finally go out there. Now you can't see me at all. Go out to the well that's out on the corner of our property between us and one of the neighbors, and get a ladder, go up, open the hatch, look down. It's like, the tank is full. I was like, but then the 2 small tanks for pressure, they're empty. Diagnosing it, there's a faulty breaker. So the pressure pump, I learned more about wells this week than I knew in the past. So you've got a lift pump that brings it up out of the ground and fills the storage tank, and then from there you've got a pressure pump that puts it into the small tanks, pressurizes them, and then that feeds off to everything else. At least that's the way it is here. So deal with that. All right, bad breaker. So I get a reset. It's working. Call the well master again, or I sent him a text message that night and then called him again in the morning. But then the tank hasn't been cleaned out in I don't know how long. So by the time it starts working again, now we've got brown water. We got muddy water coming in. I'm like, lovely. It's like, so now we have water, but we can't drink it. We can't use it for everything. We can't use it for cooking and all that kind of stuff. So we're still back to stored water, bottled water, that kind of stuff, which once again is annoying. So I talked to him again. He's like, oh yeah, he'll have the people come out and clean out the tank. First he's like, oh yeah, it'll just settle and be fine. I'm like, is that the way you normally do it? That's how it should be done? Like, well, it should be drained and then go in there and clean all the sludge out, get it all vacuumed out. He's like, and there's money in the escrow account, so we can probably go ahead and do it. I'm like, yeah, that would be nice. I'm like, we've got a water inspection coming up, I don't know when, but pretty soon here, because the place is up for sale. I mean, we've only got a few weeks as of this point, less than a month until closing, and we're going to be out of here off to the new place, and somebody else is going to be here, but they're going to come test the water, and I don't really want them to test the water when it's coming out. You fill a cup and it looks like you filled it out of a mud puddle. I was like, let's clean this out and do it the right way. I mean, the stuff's there's money in the account, everything's there. It's like, let's just take care of it, make the phone call. So that was 2-3 days ago. we're just going into the weekend now because now it's Monday. So by last night, this morning, the water was settling. It was like all the sediment was settling out. It's like, all right, we're still not drinking it, but at least it's looks all nice and clear for the most part. And then later today, because it's like midday now, it's all coming out muddy again, just like the beginning a few days ago when it was having issues. He replaced the breaker on it, had that done. So, I mean, it's working. It's just dirty. I was like, it's not drinkable. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. Could you drink it? Sure. But I don't really want to drink mud. There we go. We'll try this. Can't really get any. The lighting is just horrible. Oh, well. It's a little warm out for the beginning of November, but welcome to Arizona. Not great for there we go. Either I can't look towards the sun at the camera or I'm in the shade and you can't see me. So yeah, we're ongoing with that. So I sent him a message a little while ago. He says he's got it scheduled. So here in a few days or something, they should come out and drain the well tank, clean it all out, be good to go on that. I'm like, okay, it's just another thing dragging on with a whole bunch of other stuff. So we'll just keep trusting in the Lord and moving forward one step at a time. I mean, it's all going to come together and happen. It's just a little frustrating sometimes dealing with these issues. I mean, when you don't have water, you realize how much you need water. So, or how much you use water for everything. The grass here is looking all funky. I've had it off for a little while, so I'm actually going to turn it back on today because I'm not too worried about excuse me, the water being a little dirty for that, so we can water the plants. They haven't been watered in like 4 days or something. It's not a big deal for all the trees and everything, but the grass would like water. It's getting dry. So we'll continue on with that. Well should actually be up and working correctly here soon, or the water working nice. I keep moving this around trying to actually work, but apparently this is what you get, unfortunately. I'll shoot the next one a little different. Yeah, so that's what's going on here. Just keep moving forward, getting things packed up and ready. We're in that weird limbo spot, sad to be leaving the homestead. We put so much into it over the last few years, transformed the place from a desert nothing to fun, nice, green little oasis here. But at the same time, excited for the next thing. Excited to build the new place, the new homestead, and all the things coming over there. And so it's kind of a bittersweet. So anyway, I'll see you on the next one. I'm gonna just keep rambling here, and I need to get back to work. I got a lot of stuff to get done today. So bless you guys. Let me see if I can end this without contorting myself around everywhere. Now this is probably the worst video this week. Oh well. I'm sure we'll live. So bless you guys. We'll see you out there on the next one.